For me, at least, I'm still very overwhelmed with everything, you know. Oh, I actually just got married. I actually said the vows. I'm married to you. You know what I mean? Everything came so quickly. I had no time to process it. But throughout the entire journey, it was just that peace.
It was really interesting how we met at church camp, actually slightly before church camp, as there was a group of us that drove up to KL to eat food, and I was with that group, but I was mainly playing golf. So even though there was a smaller group, we didn't actually really bump into each other because I was always hanging with the golfers, and you were hanging with your sister and the family, and but then we just came out of a restaurant one day and
Breakfast.
They ate so much. They ate so much to a point that I had stomach ache. And I needed to run back to the hotel, you know? And so I was walking faster and faster. And then this guy was standing next to me. He was also going back to the hotel. And then he started to chat. Even before we could continue the conversation, I couldn't take it anymore. I'm so sorry, but I was just being very blunt, you know, in his face. I just said, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I need to take a dump. Bye. And I ran. I ran across, you know how big the roads are at KL? And he saw me running across the road. It must have been quite hilarious. To see
you were
me
running, you were sprinting.
I
was a sprint.
We ended up chatting at the hotel lobby for the next 2 hours.
Till 3 or 4
Till
in the morning.
3 or 4 in the morning. I showed him my works because at that time I was filming this show called Bra. I was acting as a breast cancer patient, and you know, he lost a loved one, you know, a few months before he came for the church camp, and I lost my mom because of illness as well. So I think it was the loss of a loved one that connected us. My first impression was I had no impression because I had to go to use the washroom very badly. So I just remember I had to run past a very tall guy. That's it.
I don't watch TV that much because I'm
Me
out
either.
a lot. And I had started to go back a little bit because I knew there was things on Toggle, actually. She introduced me to. And so I started watching him, and she was really, like a lot of her shows, so humanitarian and so caring about people. That's exactly who she is in person. And that's what I really loved about her. It wasn't a facade, because sometimes, at least the stereotypical thing that you might hear about an actor is, are they the same all the time, or was it a facade? And I just really, she was so genuine and so just pure in her heart about what she was passionate about, and really always cared for others.
It was so unexpected. I didn't know I was gonna meet somebody so wonderful. I bought this house because I thought I was gonna stay single for the rest of my life. Yeah, so to know that we're even doing this interview, such an intimate interview where it is our interview, first interview together in this house, it is very special because I'm not alone. Yeah, you know, people say never ever settle for second best. You know, I feel that I've settled for God's best. And this is God's best for me.
Me too.
And God really, in His perfect timing, put us together. God has shown me one thing. Whatever human beings deem as impossible, God makes it possible. God tells you He has the one for you. Are you patient enough to wait? And I'm glad I waited for 8 years. I didn't give in to peer pressure. I didn't give in to society or what they think I should do as a 40-year-old woman. Even when my mom was extremely sick and she told me, why don't you quickly go and find somebody? This is my last wish. I never gave in to that wish. Not because I was defiant, not because I didn't love my mom. That was because I didn't meet the right one. I don't want to give in to all these wishes and all these, you know, expectations. I chose to wait, and I'm glad I waited, because it is not my timing, it's not my family's timing, it's God's timing. And in His perfect timing, He sent him, David, into my life. So a lot of my single lady friends, they are all telling me, oh, perhaps they should go for the next church camp to see if they could meet somebody potential. But that's not the point, because we went to church camp not with no agenda. And because you go with a pure heart, and that's when you allow God to work in your life.